But congrats to you both on that transaction. It sounds like that was pretty amazing. Our transaction was a little bit different, and our transaction is more of a lesson in never think it's no, it just might not be not now. Because when we first started talking about it, although it sounded interesting, it took multiple conversations with our CEO. It was definitely a no at first, but it was one of those names that we think is so powerful that once you see it, you can't not see it, especially as you start thinking about the potential. And we have a problem to solve going forward, because our interest at Fairway is to solve for the next generation. And really, mortgages are going more and more digital. You're seeing AI come into the mortgage space. So we wanted something that could solve for our next generation. And our website was not something that was user-friendly. I mean, fairwayindependentmc.com is a mouthful. So, but home.com is just incredible. And what that does for us, you know, I think a good way to look at it, Andy, and how we're thinking about it, I want to play the video early on in this, because I want people to get a flavor for what we're thinking as an investor with this asset. So if we're able to cue that up, I'd love to just play that.
Peter, can we get the video queued up now?
Rose lead on. All roads lead home.
So the notion of all roads lead home for us takes care of our next generation. We think about all the people we touch. So for us, it's the consumer. It's the people that work at our company. We're a company right now of just about 7,000 employees. We're in all 50 states. We have 650 branches, and we're the largest lender that no one's ever heard of. And that's because we work typically by referrals and within the real estate community. So when we say all roads lead home, we wanted a destination that we could use for our consumers, of course, our referral partners, and our employees. And we view this asset as something that will take us there. Eventually, you'll probably see our name be replaced, although that will take some time. But we will be home.com eventually. And that opens up the door for ancillary businesses for us, really anything that has to do with the home. Certainly anything that has to do with a real estate transaction, and that's everything from title companies to insurance companies. It is a place where a consumer can go in and store all of their home documentation, everything from their appraisals to their inspections, and then be connected through AI with local representation in each community that we're present in. So imagine you go to your homepage, you go to home.com, and everything that has happened from your home is located there. And that is, as the inspection report comes due, and you've got things like a roof that needs to be replaced or windows that need to be done, which you know about from your inspection, it will direct you to local service people that we will have relationships with. So that's part of the bigger picture of home.com, in addition to the ancillary businesses that come from it. It's almost like a benzo box is how we're viewing this, and each room in a house will bring you a different value, and that's how we're looking to develop this asset. In talking about the transaction a little bit, Andrew, it wasn't quite as exciting as the chat GPT, and I'm really glad we got the correct bank number right off the bat, because that would have been stressful, for sure. But it was more about, hey, you know, we did say no, but then it got to a point where we realized the value of this asset to us for the next generation. We said no. I think it was 2 times the CEO turned me down. The third time, he really understood that we're not spending money on a Super Bowl ad. We're buying an asset that no matter what we do with it or how long it takes us, there's value here. And I think that was a turning point in the conversation.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we talk about this all the time, right? I know that, my team,